Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, the Enchanting Empress of Light. So today is going to be a special, quick, pick your pile spirit baby reading. So all of the piles here are pre-shuffled and ready to go. So for pile number 1, we have the baby bottle energy. Okay, and for pile number 2, we have the baby diaper energy. And for pile number 3, we have the baby pacifier energy. Okay, my beautiful enchanted mommies, pick your pile. Okay, pile number 1. You chose the baby bottle energy. Okay, so the following messages are from your beautiful spirit babies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's see the messages that your baby has for pile number 1, the baby bottle energy. Okay, so what I see here for pile number 1, what your baby wants you to know is that there's more than one way for you to conceive. Okay, so there are some of you who have been trying to conceive the old-fashioned way, and some of you have not been successful. Some of you have tried for months. I just heard that some of you have been trying for almost a year. What your baby wants you to know is that there are other viable methods of conception. There is in vitro fertilization, there's intrauterine insemination, there's ovulation monitoring, and there are many other ways of conception that you can discuss with your doctor. This is what your baby wants you to know. And your baby knows that many of you are not only experiencing impatience with regard to conception, but many of you are not trying to see conception from a new perspective. Many of you are still sticking to your old beliefs. Okay, your old belief system that the only way to make a baby is through intercourse. Right? But what your baby wants you to know is that there are other viable methods of conception. And what your baby is telling you is that perhaps maybe you should try to look at this from a new perspective. Okay, and we have the letter S, which could be significant for some of you. Okay, the letter S. And then we have the slide here. Right, so please leave a comment below if a slide means something to you, if it's some sort of sign, or if there's some sort of significance, or some sort of memory, or something tied to your baby or your pregnancy. Oh my goodness. So this is double confirmation from your baby that the letter S is definitely significant for the enchanted mommy who is watching. All right, so I'm getting Skylar, Samantha, Shane, Scott, Sam, or Shiloh. Thank you. Okay, so what I just heard from one of the beautiful spirit babies is that for the enchanted mommy who is watching, they want their name to be Shiloh. All right, I just heard that. Your baby wants to be named Shiloh. Thank you. Oh, okay, so there's some of you that find this very hard to talk about. Right, your baby wants you to know that many of you have tried to speak about this to friends and family, and even though they're understanding, there's some of them who are not, and there's someone or some of them who are making comments with regard to you trying to conceive that are not helping you. Okay, I just heard that. Your baby wants you to know that for Enchanted Mommy who is watching, your baby knows that for one of you, you're ready to give up on conceiving. Many of you are in despair. Many of you are impatient. Many of you are ready to walk away from this. You're ready to give up. Oh, what I just heard from the spirit babies is don't give up. They know that you've been trying for a long time. For some of you, almost a year. But that's what I heard. Your baby does not want you to give up. Right, so what I just heard was IVF. Right, I just heard IVF. That's from one of the spirit babies. So for the enchanted mommy who is watching, your baby doesn't want you to keep trudging on with this anymore. Your baby wants you to try IVF. They want you to talk to your doctor. And they want you to consider this. They want you to know that this way is not only faster, but this will possibly yield you the boy or girl that you want. Okay, I just heard that. Your baby wants you to know that you don't have to be in despair. And your baby wants you to know that for some of you, lovemaking isn't even lovemaking anymore. now it's all about conceiving. It's all about the fertility window and arranging it and scheduling it. What your baby wants you to know is, with all that and with the stress of not conceiving, your baby wants you to know that for the enchanted mommy who is watching, the old-fashioned way isn't going to work for you. And they don't want you to keep trying that because you're just going to get more frustrated. They want you to try IVF. So for those of you who are watching, look into that. Study it. Okay, look it up online. Because your baby does not want you to abandon this. Right? If you give up, they can never be. They can never come here to this earth, to this dimension, to do what they're setting out to do. What's part of their soul contract. So they don't want you to walk away from this. Because if you do, they won't have a chance. Okay. Okay, so to close out the reading for pile number 1, we're going to get messages from your baby. Okay, so these are more messages from your baby for pile number 1, the baby bottle energy. Daddy, I have your mouth and your chin. Aww. So this is what your baby wants you to know. That when they're born, they're going to have their daddy's mouth and chin. And what I see is a cleft chin. How adorable. All right, and I also see full lips for the daddy's mouth. So the enchanted mommy who is watching, when your baby is born, they're going to have your masculine's full lips and his cleft chin. That's for some of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the last message from your baby for pile number 1, the baby bottle energy. Oh, okay. So what your baby wants you to know is after they're born, they want you to be careful of who you allow to take care of them. All right? This message says, Mommy, be careful of who you allow to take care of me. All right, so this is a warning from your baby, and this is a warning, this is advice for you to heed. Right? Because remember, your baby sees things that you don't. They see ahead. They're in the 4th dimension. They see everything. Right? So this is something that they see in the future that they're trying to prevent. There's something here. I just heard for one enchanted mom here, this is a specific family member that they don't want you to leave them with this family member. Okay, for the rest of you, this is just, a babysitter, a caregiver. This could be whomever. What your baby wants you to know is they want you to be careful. And they want you to vet who you select to take care of them. They want you to be very careful. Thank you. Okay, so that'll conclude the reading for pile number 1, the baby bottle energy. And what your baby wants you to take away from this special reading is that there is more than one way to conceive them. They not only want to come to this earth to do what they need to do, but they selected you as their mom. You have spiritual qualities and human qualities that they desire, that they love about you. Aspects of your personality that will help nurture them and help them grow to do here on earth what they need to do. So they don't want you to walk away, no matter how much in despair you feel. They don't want you to give up, family. And they want you to try to look at this from a different perspective. They want you to know that you can do this. You can still conceive them. All right, this is what your baby wants you to know. If you give up on this and walk away, they don't have a chance. And then they're going to have to wait. All right, don't make your baby wait. For some of you, your baby's been waiting an eternity. All right? For the rest of you, your baby's been waiting for as many months or years as you've been trying to conceive. Okay, so don't give up is the main message for pile number 1. Your baby loves you, and they're here to support you. And this is what they want you to know. Until the next reading, I will love you and leave you. Namaste. Okay, pile number 2. You chose the baby diaper. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, so what your baby wants you to know for pile number 2, the baby diaper energy, is that you have been manifesting this. You have been trying to manifest pregnancy. What your baby wants you to know is that for those of you who are watching, some of you are going to be successful. Thank you. I'm going to be a mom. What your baby wants you to know is you're going to be a mom. Right? And the reason being is it's not that you're going through the old-fashioned way of doing it, but you're manifesting this. It's very, very powerful. Alright, so for pile number 2, the baby diaper energy, your baby wants you to know that soon you're going to be relocating. You're going to be moving to a new house. Right? And for those of you for whom this is already happening or in progress, your baby wants you to know that you need to find a bigger house. Alright, normally Eeyore is very depressed, very sad, very mopey. But here you can see that he's smiling. Even though the house is too small, he's still grateful and still smiling. But what your baby wants you to know is that you need to get a bigger house. You need to get a bigger house because you're going to have an addition to your family. Thank you. All right? This is from your baby. Thank you. Okay, and we have the letter H. Okay. could be significant for some of you. Okay, I'm hearing Haley, Hugo, Hayden, Hunter, Holly, or Heath. So what your baby wants you to know for pile number 2 is that many of you have been trying to manifest this pregnancy. And part of manifestation of conception is you need a partner, right? You need a masculine. Your baby wants you to know that some of you have been manifesting a masculine. Okay, this could be a new masculine, or this could be a masculine with whom you had a relationship and a tower moment happened and you're no longer in contact and you're separated. Or you could be with this masculine now, and the reason you're with them now is because your baby wants you to know is because you manifested them. This is beautiful. We have the Two of Cups here. We have the Love card here. And your baby also wants you to know that for others of you, you have been manifesting marriage to this masculine. Right? Look up the number 3. Wow. Okay, many of you have been very busy in manifestation mode. Beautiful. Your baby wants you to know. Sorry, I'm a little choked up here. What your baby wants you to know is that for many of you who have been hoping and wishing this and manifesting this for a while now, your baby wants you to know that it's going to come true. Your baby wants you to know that you're a very powerful manifester. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, what I just heard from one of the spirit babies is that for some of you are going to move into your new house before this marriage takes place. Alright? So for some of you will relocate and move into a new house before you get married or before you move in with this masculine. This says marriage, but this is also the card and energy of commitment. So even if you and your masculine do not get legally married, you are spiritually married. Right? So what your baby wants you to know is that for some of you, you're going to move first into your new house before you get married. Thank you. What I also just heard is that some of you have also been manifesting a new home. Many of you don't like the place where you're in now. For most of you, it's too small. It's just simply not enough space. But for the rest of you, I just heard the energy is not right where you're living. The energy is not right. Your baby does not like the energy in the house you're living in now. Right? So that's what your baby wants you to know. And they're very, very grateful that many of you are relocating. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna get messages from your baby. Then we're gonna close out the reading for pile number 2. The baby diaper energy. Okay, so we're going to hear the first message from your beautiful baby for pile number 2, the baby diaper energy. Mommy, I have your eyes and Daddy's nose. Aww, so cute. And what your baby wants you to know is that when they're born, you're going to see that they have your eyes and your masculine's nose. Okay, and so this is the last message from your baby for pile number 2, the baby diaper energy. Okay. Mommy, please help me fulfill my soul contract. And so this is what your baby wants you to know. They want you to help them fulfill their soul contract because they need to come here to earth. They have a job to do. They have something that they want to do, that they need to do. It's part of their soul contract. And this is why they selected you specifically to help them do this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so what you need to take from this reading for pile number 2 is that you are going to become a mother. Okay, you're going to become pregnant. You're going to have a positive pregnancy test result. And many of you have manifested this. And many of you have manifested true love and commitment, and a new home to live in. What your baby wants you to know is that for pile number 2, it's going to be successful. You're not only going to become pregnant, but you're going to move into the home that you wanted, and you're going to be with the masculine that you love. Thank you. Until the next reading, I will love you and leave you. Namaste. Okay, pile number 3. You chose the baby pacifier. Okay, let's see the messages from your baby. Right off the bat, for pile number 3, the baby pacifier energy, you're going to have a baby girl. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, how beautiful. I just heard that there's one enchanted mommy here who's been trying for 2 years to have a baby girl. 2 years. That's a long time. Wow. All right, so for those of you who have been trying to conceive a baby girl for a long time, and for the enchanted mommy who's been trying for 2 years, your baby wants you to know that you're going to be successful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And your baby also sees that in the very near future, or for some of you, this is already happening. Many of you are gathering your pentacles, and many of you are bringing in more pentacles. So what your baby wants you to know is that for pile number 3, the baby pacifier energy, your baby wants you to know that you're going to come into some money. For some of you, this is a home-based business. And for the rest of you, this has to do with bringing money in, whether that be from an inheritance, from a winning, or from your career, from your job, from your home business. Your baby wants you to know that for pile number 3, you will soon be surrounded by pentacles, money. Many of you will soon start to experience not only financial abundance, but financial security, financial stability. Okay, we have the letter C here. That could be significant for some of you. We also have the clock energy here. Okay, so some of you are very, very anxious to have this baby girl, and some of you feel like you're running out of time for some reason. Okay, and I just heard it's not because of age. Okay, for some of you feel that the clock is ticking. And whether you're nearing the age of 35 or close to it, many of you feel that you're running out of time. But what I just heard from the spirit babies is that for a few of you, there's another reason why you feel you're running out of time to have this baby girl, or to become pregnant in general. Okay, we also have the letter P here. Okay, I'm getting Paxton, Presley, Paige, Phoebe, Preston, Paul, or Perry. What your baby wants you to know is that for pile number 3, you're going to experience change, and good news is coming. We have the 6 of Wands here. Okay, this can symbolize victory, success, winning, but it also symbolizes good tidings or good news. And I just heard that for some of you, this change that you're going to experience, it's because you're going to conceive your baby girl. And your life is going to change. Wow. Thank you. Your baby also wants you to know that for those of you who've been trying for a girl, for somebody here for 2 years, your baby wants you to know that you're going to be successful. You are going to conceive your baby girl. Right? I just heard 6 weeks. 6 weeks. That is exciting. That's exciting. Thank you. Thank you so much. And your baby also wants you to know is that whatever business an enchanted mommy here is trying to start or trying to maintain, you're going to be successful. Your business is going to be successful, and it's going to bring in stability, financial stability and abundance. Wow. It's beautiful. Beautiful energy here. They also want you to know that change is coming for some of you here. Yeah, I just heard a change in jobs. Okay, the Enchanted Mommy who is watching for pile number 3, the baby pacifier energy, you're going to leave your job, or you may be fired, you may be terminated, you may be laid off. The company may go out of business. Well, for whatever reason, and however this takes place, your baby wants you to know to not be afraid. That this change is going to bring in more abundance, more pentacles in your life, and for your pregnancy, for your baby. They want you to know that this change has to happen. And even if it means losing your current job, they want you to know that something is better. Something better is coming down the pike for you. And it's going to bring in more financial abundance. Thank you. Okay, what I just heard is that one of the babies, when they're born, they want to be named Peyton. Right? That's what I just heard. So, for those of you who have a baby girl, and they're fine if this is a middle name. What I just heard is they want this name. For some reason, they want you to name them Peyton. Alright, so now we're going to get messages from your baby and close out the reading for pile 3. Thank you, thank you. Oh. All right. So the first message from your baby for pile 3. Mommy, please start meditating so I can start communicating with you psychically. Thank you. All right, so for those of you who are starting to awaken into your spirituality, some of you may be tarot readers, or you may be curious and may be wanting to start tarot reading. Some of you are into astrology. Some of you are into crystals. You're beginning to awaken. And as part of that awakening process, your baby wants you to start meditating. In as little as 5 minutes per day, you can begin meditating. And this is a way that your baby can communicate with you directly. For pile number 3, your baby daughter wants to communicate with you. There are things they want you to know. They want you to know that they can't really communicate with you directly unless you meditate. They've tried to communicate with you through your dreams. But that's not really working. You're not receiving their message. And I just heard that some of you are awakening too soon to hear the message or to receive it. So this is what your baby wants you to know. They want you to start meditating. And if you don't know where to start with that, or how to proceed to begin it, look it up. There are many valuable resources online that you can use to begin meditation so your baby can communicate with you directly. Thank you. Okay, so this is the last message from your baby for pile number 3, the baby pacifier energy. Mommy, when you cry and feel very sad, close your eyes, breathe slowly, and think of me. That's beautiful. That's very, very beautiful. My beautiful enchanted mommies. So there's an enchanted mommy here who has been trying to conceive a baby daughter. And you're feeling sad that this has not taken place yet. I just heard that one of you cries yourself to sleep because of this. And they don't want you to feel that way anymore. They want you to know that even though you're frustrated, they want you to know that when you embody this low vibratory negative energy, it's actually preventing you from conceiving. So what they want you to do is when this happens, when you start feeling this way, they want you to close your eyes, breathe slowly, and think of them. Envision them in your mind and in your heart, to put a smile on your face and to give you strength to keep going and to not give up. Thank you. So, what you need to take away from this reading, pile number 3, your baby wants you to know is that you're going to be successful. You're going to conceive your baby daughter. Finally. This is wonderful news. Good news is going to come in. And for some of you, that's going to be a pregnancy test, a positive test result. Thank you. Baby also wants you to know that you're going to be successful with your home business, with your career, or the next job that you take. And they want you to know that change is coming. So they don't want you to be afraid. They want you to stand strong in your power. They want to remind you that the 9 of Pentacles is strong, female, divine feminine energy. And they want you to embody that. They want you to stand true and strong in your power. They want you to know that you already manifested them, and it's been successful. So they want you to know that when this change comes, okay, it doesn't always mean losing a job, but I heard for some of you, that's what the change is going to be. They want you to know that no matter how bleak things look, no matter how this looks, and no matter how worried you become, they want you to know that you're going to have success, that something better is coming for you, and it's going to surround you with money. Right? We have this little bird here. This little bird is going to give you a message about this change, about this money coming in. So your baby wants you to know that when this change happens, they want you to smile inside. They want you to smile because you have a knowing, because you have this message from them. That you have a knowing that this is going to end up better for you financially. Thank you so much. Thank you. Until the next reading, I will love you and leave you. Namaste.